Let's start with hope. I threw it in the middle like a skipping stone. The ripples one, son of a gun. Some would not have thought so, but I stand here, commander-in-chief, and I take that seriously. But along the way, a rogue ripple turned tidal wave. In reaction to what I tried to do, a rebirth of a nation's hatred. Red, white, and blue is black in there too. Seriously, one man rewriting the book on bad behavior. Maybe cheats the neighbors, feels he gets what they pay for. We can't pat him on the back and send him on through. No man's ignorance will ever be his virtue. Is this the best we can be? Seriously. Let's talk of fear and why I don't bring it in here. It's a dangerous word, spooks the herd, and we all bleed in the stampede. Fear makes a false friend indeed, and I take it seriously. Oh, hear me now, for the truth gets drowned out by a demigod flexing, a demigod flexing, sees history repeating. Angry, am I angry? You ask, am I angry? And I'm at a loss for words. After all we've done, every battle hard won, every hair gone gray, in the name of this place, in a history plagued with incredible mistakes, still I pledge my allegiance to these united, divided states. Let's end with why. It's a question I wanna ask of us as a populace. Why not take our time, all the weight of this story seriously?
What is it you wanted me to reconcile myself to? I was born here almost 60 years ago. I'm not going to live another 60 years. You always told me it takes time. It has taken my father's time, my mother's time, my uncle's time, my brother's and my sister's time, my nieces and my nephew's time. How much time do you want for your progress?
You. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2. It is Thursday night. Time for the No PC show. Time. Sorry for the delay. Got in a little late. First show of the new year. Hopefully everyone is, I guess, as well as can be expected. Hey there, Kathy. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on the nonsense of yesterday. I don't even know why people are shocked. That's the thing, especially us as black people. What is everybody confused about? Constantly, we are talking about what the rules are. Stop pretending like there's not a different set of rules for black people in this country. Like there has not always been a different set of rules. Just because you didn't want to live by them rules doesn't mean that set of rules didn't exist. And it exists for us on every level. That's why a lot of black people wake up early, angry. Because I got to go and deal with these people. And on my way to deal with these people, I got to deal with these people. And I got to accept this, and I got to do this, and I got to do this, and I got to do this. But all we do is complain and complain and complain, just like everybody's on TV today. Oh, if the Black Lives Matter, this would have happened. Okay, yeah. Oh, look how they treated. Look how all the guards were there. Yeah. Where are you at? This is America. But we so hell-bent on screaming, we love America. America is great, and because you don't know nothing else, and you don't want to know anything else. If somebody says anything about Africa, you just shut down. Oh, there's no opportunities for us in Africa. We could never make it in Africa. Meanwhile, all these people are moving to Africa, setting up infrastructures, and doing what we said we can't do because we're unwilling to do. Because, as Mr. Chan says, we're the only ones that fight to be under our oppressors. That's what we do. Don't nobody want to hear that no more. We're tired of hearing that. So everything that happened at the place, I made a comment yesterday. Would I be wrong for hoping that someone would get ran over by a tank or something? Because I really don't care. There was a lady that was shot and killed, and 3 other people. So 4 people died. They died for their ignorance. I'm sorry. What do you want me to say? You want me to say I'm sorry that you chose to be ignorant and support a demigod and let rhetoric get you in trouble? No, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not in control of that. But whatever you did, hey, it is what it is. And this lady was a 14-year veteran, supposedly. But if you went to her pages, she was spewing that same Donald Trump nonsense. And there's about 74 million people that voted for Trump that believe in what this man says. The only thing I can be grateful for Trump of is that he brought out the racism and nonsense to the system, to the surface, where nobody has to hide behind it anymore. We don't have to hide anymore. We can come out and be the true racists we are. I've never been confused. Maybe when I was... Nope, can't remember a time when I haven't been confused on who I was in this country. I can remember even as a kid. And I had this teacher, Miss Minerva. I think that's her name. Always giving me crap. Always accusing me of stuff. Never had any proof. Maybe she didn't like the way because I would talk back and let her know, you're not in control of me, white lady. And there was a speech for graduation, and she like, well, I'll take that graduation speech away from you. I said, who cares, lady? I'm graduating regardless. And that's why I tell everybody, the only reason it means something if you assign value to it. So they act like they give you something. They give you this job or this promotion, and they expect you to cow down and kiss their ass and behave in a certain manner. No, that's not what I do. So when I walked away from my job, when they were up there talking that yak, 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 yeah, y'all the bosses. You're just not my boss anymore. I don't know what to tell you. It's only valuable if you assign value to it. I hope everybody caught that and everybody understands exactly what I'm saying, because this is a new year, and we're going to have to be a new us. We can't be individuals all the time. I mean, individually, this country will allow you to do and be whatever you want to be. That's not the problem. The problem is collectively what this country owes us, the way that this country has behaved. I played a video. If you're on the Facebook side, I always put the link in where you can come over to the YouTube side, because that's the only way you're going to see the videos and things that we put up. If we put an exhibit on the screen or something like that, you can't see it over on the Facebook side. All you can do is hear, but I'll post later. And I did a video 4 years ago, and it was to a soundtrack called Seriously. And basically, I showed what was going to happen in this country for the next 4 years, because you elected a demigod. And for all those people that had all these, well, these are my good white friends. Yeah, it was a lot of your good white friends put that man in office. So while you're sitting there trying to be cool and let's be godly and believe in everything, no. You're not required to believe in the devil. God has never told you to believe in the devil. And I challenge anybody to find a verse in the Bible that says believe in the devil. Well, how do you know he's the devil? I know the stuff that devils do. The devil will always be the devil. That's how it works. The devil doesn't have to hide from you. The devil is always going to be the devil. He deals in deceit and destruction. That's what he does. So the biggest crime that ever happened on the planet Earth happened here in this country, in America. And they are still not faced up to the greatest sin that ever happened. But they'll cover it up and all this. I'm watching CNN yesterday, and I'm just discussing all of them, so I made a post today. I'm not forgiving none of you Republicans because you stood right next to this dude for 4 years. He talked about your family, your fathers, your wives, anything. It was a ridiculous thing for you all to support this man just because you wanted to be in power. Kathy said it was a dark day yesterday, and it really wasn't dark to me. It was the evidence of things that were going to come. If you get a chance, check out the video. It's called Seriously. In that video, I depict, how everybody was disgusted. So it starts from the Obama, when they're getting ready to leave, and they're in disbelief. And you look at the slideshow, look at the people's faces, and then look at the anarchy that takes place for the rest of the video. And you're saying, seriously, did this country elect a person like Donald Trump based on nothing other than hatred? Obama had been in office for 8 years, and I tell everybody, I said, let me tell you something. I got no benefits of Obama being the president. Actually, it was the worst 8 years of my life. I saw more racism and crap in corporate America during those 8 years than I had seen in my life. We got nothing. Black people got nothing during the Obama administration. Nothing of value. There was no reparations. Nobody was repaired. And we went from that. And when he made the comment in front of the white people of the world to Donald Trump, well, you will never be president, they said, what this nigga say? Oh, we got to show him how we do it in America. Because regardless of what we let you do, what we elected you to do, Obama, because nobody wanted the job. It was a whole bunch of crap to clean up. And we gave you 8 years to clean it up and do our bidding, and you was the president of the United States of America. And you, as the president of the United States of America, did not take it upon yourself to push an agenda for black people in this country. Can we be mad at Donald Trump? Because he showed you how powerful the office of the presidency is. How you can almost, like he said, get away with murder and nothing's going to happen to you. He's pardoned all these people, that his cronies, and then yesterday in Congress, they finally said, okay, enough's enough. I can't tell. Lindsey Graham and all these people, now you want the bail. No. I'm holding you responsible. It's like if a dude is setting my house on fire and you're there with him, helping him, handing them matches and things. Hey, Happy New Year, Harvey. Handing them matches and things and burn up my house. And then he says, well, let's go ahead and kill a couple of kids. No, just because you say, no, I'm not killing kids, that doesn't give you no moral ground with me. You have been a part of the problem from the get-go. America is part of the black problem from the get-go. What is Kamala and Biden going to do? If they're not introducing reparation bills for black people, if we're not asking for a free education for black people before they give free education to everybody, if we're not asking for training opportunities and resources, then what are we doing here in this country? What are we doing here? Money is not the answer that's going to save your future generations, your legacy of who you really are. Fact is, you don't know who you really are because your image is manufactured for you in this country. But the Africans can tell you, your legacy didn't start here, and it shouldn't end here. Because the reconnection of us to who we are, when you find out your true identity, you'll stop spending so much time thinking about these people and what they do, and you'll understand who they are, and then you'll be who you are. Sometimes I was debating with a young man one day, and he was talking about, well, when Malcolm came back from Africa, he had a different belief in that. No. He still said, hey, white people, if you want to help us, that's great. But you still can't join us because we can't have no unity with you all until we can find some unity within ourselves. And as long as we've been in this country, we have not found unity among ourselves as black people because we have allowed classism and other things to keep us from joining together. Making money is great. Make all the money you can in the world. But there's a problem that has existed in this country, and it was created in this country, and I'm tired of every president, vice president, Congress that chooses to ignore the plight of black people. That H.R. 40 bill has been sitting out there over 3 decades. And if you read it, it doesn't really say anything. They just want to commission a study. This is how much America cares about you. We want to spend $100,000 to conduct a study to see if slavery actually had an effect on black people in America today. That's what the H.R. 40 bill says. $100,000. They spend that daily, easy, on lunch. But they won't spend it on me and you. They won't tell you what that real bill is. And they'll talk about everything except what you want to talk about because you don't got the balls to do a sit-in and say, well, we ain't talking about nothing else until we talk about this. Then you get all these immigrants that come in, oh, well, if you guys would do this and you guys would do this, you're not under the same umbrella. This government waged war against black people in America in the streets, and they're still waging war. So Donald Trump plays by the rules that America has set and makes millions of dollars. He hides legislation inside of a black legislation to make it seem like he's doing something for black people, but he's actually using the things that he's doing for black people to benefit himself and others. The reason the market went up wasn't because Donald Trump was great. The market went up because he called all his rich friends. Oh yeah, we got it, man. Oh man, get your wallet out. We're about to get paid up in here. Don't worry about it. I'm the president. Fuck America. It's us. We're about to get paid. You think I spend that money that went into my 401k? Psh, the devil paying everybody. But morally, the moral fiber of this country was shown yesterday and will continue to be shown because 74 million people voted for Donald Trump. So it's no more hiding that situation sometimes my wife would tell me, well, you want people to be uncomfortable. I said, why should we be the only ones uncomfortable? If it's uncomfortable for you to talk about what you're doing to me and my people in my generation and previous generations, if that makes you uncomfortable, that's too damn bad. Malcolm always said, in order for us to find any type of resolution, the black man and the white man had to be able to come and sit at the table and speak from their hearts on what they're feeling. One of the greatest things that these devils did in the 60s, they made sure to get rid of all the black leadership that had the strong backbone and everything like that, and then everybody else was manipulated. So by the time they got to the 1972 convention, where all the black constituents came together to talk about this, was held in Gary, Indiana. Jesse, everybody was there. And I talk about it all the time because I think that was the black folks from Iowa brought some white folks in because we can't do anything without white folks. And the white folks were complaining about some of the things black people were saying that black people needed for black people. No, that's wrong. You can't ask for that. That's reverse racism. What are you talking about? You can't eat 12 pies, and then when I say, well, we just going to eat this pie ourselves, you can't say I'm denying you who just ate the 12 pies, and I got the one pie, and said you're not getting none of this. That's the ridiculousness that we have accepted time and time again. Everybody needs to see what happened yesterday. I'm not Nostradamus or anything like that, but how do I make a video depicting the very thing that happened yesterday, 4 years ago? How does that happen? I know the devil. We've been living among these devils from day one since they drug us here. People always talk about, okay, well, they raped the women. No, they raped men too. Let's really talk about slavery. What was slavery really like? They raped the black man. They raped the black woman. They raped the black child. Whatever they wanted to do, they did it to you. Self-destruction taught by the destructional teacher. We in the fields and they in the bleachers. Watching us. Programming us. Deciding every which way to destroy us. Our history's filled with southern trees. Realities, not our realities. That's in my poem, They Want Me to Be a Nigger. And every day I sit in front of that poem and I read that poem. Because in our eyes, we will never be a nigger. So we don't answer the nigger. I don't care what they saying in the rap music and everything now. We got to find a way to be responsible among ourselves. I like that the athletes are speaking up now. But what I always say about white folks, they ain't scared to shut it down. They'll shut this country down. Just like they did yesterday. And the penalty isn't the same for them that it is for us. So I hate that a lot of people miss that lesson. So when I posted the video the other day about Jacob Blake, his unfortunate condition, nobody told him the rules. And so he felt, oh, I can walk away from police. No, you can't. And then everybody's throwing up, what about the white man in the car with the gun? Yeah, did you just hear what you said? The white man in the car with the gun. I've seen bad behavior that was incredible from white people. And they got away with it. I remember 6 weeks before graduating from college, I sat outside the office because I got called out in the financial office. I don't know. What you calling me down for? I'm about to get out of here. That's all I'm thinking. This is my mindset at that time. Little Becky's in there, crying her eyes out. She owes about $7,500. Don't worry about it. We're going to help you to be a success. You're going back to class. Don't worry about it. Going back to class. I come in. I'm sorry. I got told by my teacher I got to come down to finance. No. Okay, you owe us $2,500. What are you talking about, sir? Well, it says here you owe us $2,500. I said, well, what happened to the loan that I put in? I don't have any paperwork for the loan. Okay, so I was one of the first people when they announced it. I came down, I filled out my paperwork like I always do. Should be in the system. Well, it's not in the system. You owe us $2,500. Okay, well, before we jump there, sir, maybe we can check some of your people out here. My people don't make mistakes. Can we go try? No, we can't. Okay, I'm going to walk over here, and sure enough, my paperwork's still sitting on a person's desk from 3.5 months earlier. I bring it back to him. Where'd you get this from? I got it off her desk. Well, it's too late now. I don't know what to tell you. Either you got it or we're kicking you out of school Friday. Okay, so I didn't want to bring this up, but I was just sitting outside, and I heard the young lady owed $7,500. You're telling me I owe $2,500. You told her to go back to class. Don't worry about it. You're going to take care of it. But you're telling me you won't make a payment arrangement with me. You don't believe that your people made a mistake when I've proven it that they did, and you're being unfair. I don't want to say because I'm black, but it's starting to look like that. I want you out of my office. If you don't have the money, you will be kicked out of school Friday. So I got to go over your head. Because in my mindset then, I thought if I went and talked to another white man, that he would change the situation. And I learned a valuable lesson that day. If I got to keep reporting to white people to resolve an issue that I didn't create, they're going to dig the hole deeper for me and create a bigger problem for me. Needless to say, I got kicked out of school. We wind up going to court on this situation. Same people come to court and says, we're willing to make a payment arrangement with Mr. Robinson, but now he will have to come back to school for another year and a half, something like that. I said no. Paid the money, went on, took the knowledge I had, started my computer career. Now I have my own computer business. These degrees don't mean what you think they mean. These degrees mean, nigga, we got you. Now you got to come and participate in this system because that paper is only valuable if I let you apply it here. That's all it means. You spent $100,000 or whatever you spent now on a degree that I still get to control you. It's amazing. And that's how we measure success. That's how we measure the American dream. I went to school. I got my degree. I got the job. I got the house. I can take care of my family. I'm cool. I'm out of the revolution. The revolution has ended for me because I have found my way in America. That's good. That's how we've been conditioned in America. Where they show you on TV about Africa, how terrible, all the terrible parts of Africa. They don't show you the big hotel chains in Africa, the streets, the towns in Africa that are prospering, that are being grown as the infrastructure grows. Why would we show you niggas that? The Willie Lynch letter says to take away all hope, destroy all understanding of what it means to be who you are. It says it would take a cosmic shift in the, I want to say how they worded it. Let's just say it would take a cosmic shift to change what we have done to these people. We have perverted the family structure to a certain degree where now 75% of the black family structure is ran by women. It's just like that in black families. And it becomes a snowball effect. And so until we learn to be different, like I say, it's a new year, it's got to be a new us. And if we don't get that, the same thing is going to continue for our children. So when I tell people, let's get this 50-year plan, this Black to Africa plan, 50 years, I'm probably not going to be here. A lot of other people probably ain't going to be here. So we're talking about a dream that we probably won't get to see, just like Martin Luther King, his birthday is coming up. He talked about a dream that he figured he wouldn't get to see. We got a dream beyond our lifespan, beyond who we are. What do we want for our children? Do we want to continue to see the murder of black people in the streets and all this other stuff because we never had the gumption to start doing something different? Learn about what Africa is. Learn about business in Africa. Learn an African language. Bridge the gap that was created by America while you're running around here with American flags. The gap that was created by America. The Jews, what happened to Jews didn't even happen here, but they get money from here and other places. They got land. They got factories. They got training. They got money. They continue to get money. And they took that money and they made themselves a superpower in the world. Oh, well, they marched with King and everything. Yeah, then they got what they wanted and then they were out. And that's the program. Use the blacks to get what you want and then you're out. What we gonna do, people? It's a new year. I'm gonna be the same because I clearly see what's out here. Like I say, that thing on TV yesterday didn't shock me at all. I actually hoped that someone would catch something. Oh, what would have happened with the blacks? Okay, I'm not concerned with what happened with the blacks because I already know. We already know what happens if we do certain things. So it's no comparing it to the whites, not saying, oh, look how you treating the white people better. Stay country. They corporations. They this, they. We've chosen to live under this society. I told my daughter she was a Bernie supporter. And I said, well, Bernie has a lot of socialist programs. You live in a capitalist society. Capitalism says, F you. Socialism says, I care about you. Capitalism will always win out in America. And it's the only thing that makes people feel comfortable is if they got money to live in this society. Because if you ain't got no money, they don't care what color you are. You will be treated a different way. But most people would still rather be a poor white man than a poor black man. There was I forgot her name. It's escaping me right now. And she did a seminar. And she asked all the white people in the audience, she said, please stand up if you would be willing to change and have to live as a black person compared to your life as a white person. Jane Elliott. And nobody stood up. And she said, so that means you know there's an issue and that you close your eyes to that issue and you continue to live this white lie while other people suffer. So I want everybody to think about that. They know what they did. They know how they live. They pray to whatever God that when they go to their church. And they found comfort. They found comfort in being moral monsters. Love, peace, soul. We out of here.
Let's start with hope. I threw it in the middle like a skipping stone. The ripples one, son of a gun. Some would not have thought so, but I stand here, commander-in-chief, and I take that seriously. But along the way, a rogue ripple turned tidal wave. In reaction to what I tried to do, a rebirth of a nation's hatred. Red, white, and blue is black in there too. Seriously. One man rewriting the book on bad behavior. Maybe cheats the neighbors, feels he gets what they pay for. We can't pat him on the back and send him on through. No man's ignorance will ever be his virtue. Is this the best we can be? Seriously. Let's talk of fear and why I don't bring it in here. It's a dangerous word, spooks the herd, and we all bleed in the stampede. Fear makes a false friend indeed, and I take it seriously. So hear me now, for the truth gets drowned out by a demigod flexing, a demigod flexing. Sees history repeating. Angry, am I angry? You ask, am I angry? And I'm at a loss for words. After all we've done, every battle hard won, every hair gone gray, in the name of this place, in a history plagued with incredible mistakes. Still I pledge my allegiance to these united, divided states. Seriously. Let's end with why. It's a question I wanna ask of us as a populace. Why not take our time, all the weight of this story seriously?